I am 10 months into this content website investment and I have hit a huge milestone, much faster than I expected, $5,000 a month in revenue. The last time I did an update was month 7, I was at $930 a month in revenue, so I've basically like 5x'd it in 3 months. It's freaking huge and it's freaking awesome. So for those of you guys that aren't familiar with the project, let me just do a quick recap. I have done other videos on this. You can look at my channel and kind of follow the chronological path of videos that I've been doing on this project, but I launched this website in August 2020, published a bunch of unplanned on-topic content on it. So basically it was content that was all on one specific topic relative to the domain name, but it was just kind of a random crapshoot of content that I would basically have, any of my writers that needed to fill up hours or earn extra money, they could write stuff and it would just get published on there, right? So that really didn't go anywhere, and then in July 2021, I decided to make an aggressive, systematic, keyword-based content push into this website. Basically planning out keywords, planning out silos, and attacking like that. And that's when all of this growth has started happening, so it's been 10 months since I started this aggressive push into it, but do keep in mind the website was launched almost a year earlier, so at this point, the website is now nearly 2 years old, but for that first year, it really did not do anything at all. And all of the content is outsourced. So I'll be covering in this video my content investment, how much money I've invested into it, the traffic that I'm getting now, and the revenue sources, right? So let's start off with the content investment. Here we can see how much I've spent on content since doing this, since jumping into it in July. Mind you, there was some content before this that was published on there, but I really did not keep track of it. Like I said, it was just a crapshoot. And that said, it really, hasn't been that valuable. Most of it doesn't really get any traffic. All of the content that's getting traffic, that's generating money, was from what has been published from July onward here. So I break it out into standard versus long form posts. Standard posts are about 1,250 words. That's usually my quota for content length. Long form are attacking big keywords. They're 3,000 to 9,000 words, and we get custom graphics for them as well. So we spent a lot of money on custom graphics for them. You can see the totals here in July, August, September, October. Beyond that, I kind of stopped doing the long form type of thing because I found that they really weren't getting much traction, right? Like they're targeting very big keywords or very high volume keywords that get 10,000 a month unique searches by SEMrush's measure. Maybe more. Some of them are up near 30,000. So they're targeting those very high volume keywords and we're putting a lot into them and they would index, but they'd fall onto like page 3 and they've just kind of been stuck there. And page 3, even if it's a 1 million search volume a month keyword, really doesn't get you any traffic. You got to be on page 1. You got to be near the top. So what I found was my standard blog posts were getting the most traffic. Standard blog posts will get custom graphics, and I haven't done any of that over the last 3 months, but I do need to do that. I have found, and I discussed this a lot in the video for February, that month 7 content update right here. I discussed quite in depth, I think, that the posts that had custom graphics were doing better, so I do need to up my investment again into custom graphics. The price that you see right here, or the amount that you see in this column, is the amount for the writing, formatting, because I'm not, going into WordPress and formatting them and publishing them myself, and then stock images. And we do edit the stock images a little bit. So if we do the math on it here, I think I'm at about $80 per post for the standard 1,250 word posts. That is roughly 4 cents a word, 3.5 to 4 cents a word to the writer. And then the rest of it, probably about 50% of it, is going into formatting and stock graphics. So yeah, here's how much I've spent on content since I started this project here, $64,854. And you can see a big chunk of that, well, maybe not a huge chunk of it, but a big chunk. A big chunk of that, probably about $15,000 or so, went to custom graphics. And like I said, I am going to start increasing that again. That kind of has been on the back burner of my mind. I've basically just been, hey, let's just publish content out there. The stock images that we're using are good for the content. But going forward, and I'm glad I'm making this video because it reminds me of these types of things, I do want to sink more money into custom graphics, okay? So now let's go on to the traffic, and here we can see it. I did not have Google Analytics installed on this website before August 2021. And it actually wasn't even on there for the full month. It was maybe like August 10th to 14th, somewhere in there. I stuck the Google Analytics. So you can see the trend. We're just kind of cruising along. And then January, things pick up. February, things pick up. March, April, May. So you can see the difference in traffic between the last time I did a video. I mean, my traffic is more than doubled. Last time I did a video was based on February's data, and that was when that's when the site was earning $930. Now traffic is basically doubled a little bit, maybe 2.3x in traffic. So we went from getting just shy of 10,000 uniques a month, right? Are these uniques, all users? I'm not sure if these are uniques, but these are users and they're coming from Google Organic. Mind you, the site does get traffic from paid advertisements as well. They are not included in this. This is just Google Organic. Anyways, you can see the trend. Solid growth trend there. The content that we published back here has started to excel and take off, and that's what I wanted to see. The big thing to stress is that it takes several months, I find at least 7 to 10 months before your content really kind of settles at its highest position. So I'm basically seeing the value of everything that we published before 2022 at this point. Now, let's just do a quick follow-up on the going forward items from 3 months ago. Strategy shift, I talked about in the last video, no more long-form content, and we can clearly see that right here. I've not done any long-form blog posts, just the standard posts. Now, as I mentioned, I said I was going to do more custom graphics in the standard posts. I have not done that. I need to get back on that. Allowing comments on the website. So 3 months ago, I decided I would open up comments on the website. Figured that would get some more content on the page. The pages would be updated more frequently. There'd be more user-generated content there when Google crawls it. And in the time since we've opened comments, we've had 57 user comments on there. We do go in there and reply back to them. So there's some more content getting posted on all of these pages. And then I wanted to identify more posts to monetize. And one observation I had was the best performing post doesn't look conversion optimized. Like if you looked at it, you'd be like, wow, this thing is not conversion optimized, right? There's not a button, there's not a table, there's not a call to action. Basically, my best performing content piece back here, this one that was earning $440, this one just had in-text links. That was it. So hyperlinked text in the actual body of the article. So that was the interesting observation, and I've continued to follow that in my monetization process. I'm not putting a bunch of big buttons and calls to actions and pain points and graphics and stuff like that, tables, etc. That said, this stuff is not being monetized very heavily with affiliate product links. So let's just go on and talk about the monetization here. These are basically lead gen pages, and it's not 7 anymore, it's more because I've done more. I guess I'll just put a little, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 pages. So I optimized a few more pages. These are all the pages on my website that are making money. Primarily, I am monetizing them with lead generation affiliates. So we're generating leads into a funnel that we can ultimately track the conversion on. In one page, we do have Amazon affiliates. Right here, I've got the value of each lead generation conversion. You can see that right here. So some pages have a higher value for the lead associated with them. It goes as low as $5, goes as high as $40. These are the organic unique visitors to the pages here that I'm counting out, and these are the conversions. So you could kind of estimate my conversion rate. This one here is a pretty high conversion rate, above 2%. The conversion rates have been a little bit higher than I've expected. I was kind of ballparking at 1%, but we're converting at 2% in some cases. I guess down here we're converting at less than 1%. But on our best pages where we're getting the best traffic, we're converting at more than 2%, which is good. Now we can see the bulk of this revenue is coming from one page right here. So one page got indexed very well and has landed up very high on Google for a very high volume search term, and that's getting 3,417 uniques in the month of May and 81 conversions at a value of $40 each. So conversion value matters, right? If this happened on a page where my conversion value is only $5, it's going to be a lot less than this. But fortunately, I don't want to say fortunately because that makes it sound like luck, but strategically I've been publishing content in areas where I can get high conversion values. And that one generated $3,240 last month. So that was really, really good. And then we can see all the other pages down here. I am hiding the names of the page because I don't want a bunch of people jumping into the niche and ultimately reverse engineering what I'm doing. Competition does matter. And if we add up all of the total revenue, ultimately, that leads us to $5,136 in revenue. And the revenue per 1,000 at $545.57. Now, this is just revenue per 1,000 on pages that are monetized. Mind you, my site has several hundreds of pages or posts that are not monetized, and they do get quite a bit of other traffic. So let's just pull up a calculator here. Pull up the calculator, go back to my Google Analytics. In looking at this, we're getting a little over 20,000 a month in users from Google Organic. And I think it's about 22,000. If we go to my revenue, right, 5136, if we just did 5136 divided by 1,000, or no, not by 1,000, divided by 22, right, 22,000, that's going to give us revenue per 1,000 of $233 for every visitor on the site, for every, group of 1,000 visitors. So on a revenue per mil basis, RPM, which is how this would be expressed commonly in display advertising terms, we're making $233 per 1,000 visitors. And that is really, 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 really freaking high. To my understanding, if I were to monetize this with display ads, we'd be at somewhere between $25 and $30. So, in using our own affiliate products, or our own affiliate programs, we're obviously able here to get much, much, much higher revenue per mil, which is good, right? That's part of the reason why I'm in this niche, part of the reason why I'm in this space. I probably would not be doing this just to capture display advertising revenue and a little bit of Amazon affiliate. Like, this one here, this page is an Amazon affiliate page, or it's got Amazon affiliate product links in it. 1,434 visitors made us $41. But in this page, you can see half the visitors made us $680. So yeah, having a high paying affiliate program is ultimately a key to success. I will say that. I would not build an online business model around Amazon affiliates, because then when Amazon affiliate cuts their program, which I have no doubt that they have a whole team that is trying to figure out ways of strategically reducing it. They probably won't just cut it overnight, but they are certainly going to try to minimize it. We all know back in, I think, April 2020, they made some substantial cuts. And personally, I think that Amazon doesn't need their affiliate program anymore. And they certainly know it. That's my opinion. And I would not build a business based on Amazon affiliates or display marketing. Because you see a lot of these sites that are plastered with display ads, and they're just such a horrible user experience. To me, there's no doubt that Google ultimately wants to get those sites kind of filtered out of their index. So while it might make money, it's not going to stand the test of time. So I'm keeping things really really minimally invasive, I was going to say, but I don't know if that's the right terminology. But I was keeping things really minimal with my actual content optimization. Like I said, I'm using just in-text links, no buttons, none of that stuff. And I've got, 9 pages here out of 800 and something, or maybe more, on the website that are actually monetized. So if you just land on my website, chances are you're going to be like, wow, how's this person even making money, right? Well, I'm making money clearly here by strategically focusing on a few pages and making them highly optimized, or at least highly optimized by my measure. So yeah, that is the revenue. Ultimately, though, let's talk about website valuation, because this matters, right? You look at this, and I'm losing money here. I've clearly sunk more money into this than I've made in cash flow at $64,854. But the website has equity value. So if we were to take the average of my last 6 months, and I don't have that all pulled up here, but I would guesstimate that it's somewhere around like 2,300. Going from 933 months ago. Actually, that was kind of month one. So 930 to 5,000. I mean, like, it's probably somewhere around 2,300. Let's just say that the website on average over the last 6 months has made 2,300. If we were to do 2,300 by what I think would be a fair multiple for the site at 40 months, now I've got a $92,000 website valuation. So I am equity positive. So even though you might look at these expenses and say, I'm hugely in the hole, right? And I have spent a lot of money on this project. When you consider the valuation of the website, I am positive in equity. So I always try to look at things in the big picture and in the context of equity. And now I'm equity positive by quite a bit. So I'm very happy with that. So going forward, what am I going to keep doing? Well, or what am I going to do? I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. And I really didn't know what to put on this page because I don't really have any big changes. I'm going to continue publishing a lot of content. They're going to be standard form blog posts. I guess I will be adding some custom imagery to the content, but for now, the recipe that I've gotten has been working successfully. So I'm going to stick to that and keep trudging forward, keep the momentum building up. And hopefully, by the time I make another one of these videos in a month or two, my traffic has doubled and I'm saying, yes, I've made $10,000. So guys, on that note, I hope you found this helpful and insightful. I'm signing off on this one.